Everyone knows Israel for the Holy Land, but there are other attractions.
Oh yes, there's so much more to Israel than just the Holy Land. Really, it's a small country, but a world in itself. Landscape is very diverse, many different cultures. The whole place is a melting pot, really, of people from all over the world. People come here for our wonderful cuisine and our very, very rich history.
Hi, welcome to Accra on the Israeli coast, further north of Tel Aviv and Haifa. Here also, Crusaders are in evidence, particularly the Knights Templar and Knights Hospitaller.
Pilgrims always wanted to come to Jerusalem because this is the holiest site for the Christians. However, under Muslim rule, it was a very long and perilous journey. A group of monks decided to set up a small hospital to look after those people who actually were able to make it all the way to Jerusalem. And so came about the Order of St. John, and they were called the Hospitallers. After the capture of Jerusalem, most of the Crusaders went home. But the whole of Europe knew that, hey, we have Jerusalem. Many, many pilgrims wanted to go on a pilgrimage to the Holy City. And they came here, and there weren't enough people to look after them. The roads were still long and very, very perilous. So another order of knights was established, and this time they were called the Templars. And so they were given a special dispensation from the Pope to be warrior monks. And a competition developed between those two orders. Who is building more forts? Who has more money? Who is more influential?
From the seafront of Akko, where numerous restaurants and small hotels are situated, narrow old passages run through to a warren of streets filled with Arab market stalls. Modern-day Akko is steeped in history since the times of the Crusaders, most notably the Ottomans, who built massive fortifications, and within these walls today there is a large Arab population. The jewel of the Crusader remains in Akko is the Crusader Citadel.
So where are we? You remember the Ottoman prison that was built? In the 1990s they decided, let's go and see what's underneath. They removed the yard, which was right above our heads, and this is what they had discovered. So actually what we have now in Akko is a two-layered city. Where there was a Crusader street, we have a modern street. If you look over there, you see what the place used to look like. Now you could see that they didn't go the whole way. This is still left for future archaeologists to dig out.
Keep your head down low in these tunnels, or risk coming up against solid stone. People were a lot shorter in the time they were built.
Can you imagine how much money went into building this? They have a double tunnel here, and I mean, it's a fortune. So
This was discovered when?
1990s.
That's incredible.
So really recently.
So what became of these once powerful Knights Templar, who left so much we can appreciate today?
You name it, they're accused of it. And when you accuse people in the 14th century, what do? In order for them to admit their hideous crime, you torture them. And what do you do under torture? You confess anything, right?
Yeah.
And what happened to all their money? Nobody knows.
Well, Akko was certainly impressive and whetted our appetites as we continued our travels looking for more Crusader discoveries.
Right here in the middle of the fort we have two geological plates who are going different directions.
On the road within Israel, the scenery changes rapidly, from seascapes to mountain scenery with inland seas. And behind each corner, there can be a surprise, including more evidence of the Crusaders' presence here. The Crusaders not only built fortresses to control the Holy Land seaports, but also on the top of mountains, far inland near the River Jordan.
So here we are in another part of Israel, near the Sea of Galilee over there, and another Crusader castle, this time from the first crusade, built by the Crusaders, called Belvoir.
When we were in Akko, we visited the headquarters of the Hospitallers. They were very, very powerful and very wealthy. So they decided to buy this fortified farm, and later on they built a huge fortress here. How huge? The biggest in the country. Salah ad-Din told his soldiers, okay, we're now separating 4 different ways, and you are riding as fast as you can to capture the jewel of the crown. They went to Jerusalem, they captured Jerusalem, and then he said, okay, now let's go around and handle those castles one by one. And all the castles were defeated. There were only 2 castles that were left. The one in Tyre and the one here in Belvoir. There were only 50 knights here and 400 soldiers. And they heard about the Battle of Chittim. They knew what was happening. And they stayed here in this very, very fortified castle for a year and a half.
What did they do, just leave one day? Or?
Yeah, Salah ad-Din allowed them to leave. He asked them, what do you want? And they said, well, actually, maybe we'll go home.
Looking back, Belvoir was probably my most favourite Crusader fortress, due to its isolated location and sheer scale and grandeur. Our first port of call was Tel Aviv, situated along a pleasant stretch of the Mediterranean coast. This is Israel's second most populated city and a major centre for business, the arts and tourism. Tel Aviv, which in Hebrew means Hill of Spring, combines the jewel of the ancient world, the port of Jaffa, with districts of modern late 20th century and early 21st century architecture.
Israel, of course, is a modern country. We're only 70 years old. And so we have all the entertainment and the culture and the nightlife. If you take Tel Aviv, for instance, people call Tel Aviv the non-stop city. It's literally open 24 hours a day.
Our walk took us to Tel Aviv port for fabulous gastronomy with a sea view. Here, in the designer setting, we enjoyed great seafood, meat and vegetarian dishes, reflecting Mediterranean, Middle Eastern and Israeli cuisines. This was accompanied by delicious homemade bread and some local craft beers. In Tel Aviv, we stayed at a beautiful boutique hotel with bright, nautically themed rooms, many with sea views, serving a delicious complimentary high tea each evening, and in the morning, a great breakfast.
It's a nice hotel. Let's see what the rooms are like, shall we? Oh wow, a lovely room. Lovely decor. What's the bathroom like? Oh, nice.
A short distance along the Mediterranean coast lies another treasure of the ancient world, Caesarea, where amongst the wealth of Roman and Byzantine ruins are some significant Crusader relics.
Nobody comes to Israel without hearing about King Herod. He took 12 years building this city, and he said, I'm going to build a beautiful Roman city that has everything that a Roman city needs to have. A theater, a temple, sometimes a horse race, baths, Roman baths. These